How on earth do you describe how Kate Bush sings? Oh, this is going to be a challenge. I'll give it my best shot. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on various social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. That was the different key, but same tune, I think. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to early release of reactions. You can fast track reactions, become a reaction. There's special roles on my Discord server, and you've also got access to loads of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 videos and my outtakes. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Okay, we are going to attempt to describe Kate Bush's voice as she sings Wuthering Heights. Obviously, I've heard the song before. It is an absolute classic. But I've never actually had to try and explain Kate Bush's voice. I've never listened to it in that capacity, so this could be interesting. Let's go and see what we hear.
Time we ever saw her.
Out on the wily, windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green. You had a temper like my jealousy, too hard, too greedy.
Okay, right, so first thing I'm getting off of her voice is a hell of a lot of ping and a hell of a lot of ring. So we can assume a few things for that. One is that her larynx is in a really high position. If you imagine just trying to change your voice into like an impish kind of sound, hey, he, what happens is the larynx raises, it creates a smaller space in the back of your throat and your pharynx, and will create like a brighter sound because the sound has less distance to travel, if you like. The vocal folds are being pulled up towards the exit. The opposite would be to drop it low and you get a deeper, rounder sound. Why am I making these sounds? I would imagine that she's also employing oral twang. Now that is where the epiglottis creates a chamber over the vocal folds, creating a more condensed airflow, and it creates a very specific like brightness and activity between 2 and 4 kilohertz, which is the resonant frequency of the ear canal. So that sounds way more present and way more pointed, just down to the fact that she has manipulated her epiglottis into condensing that airflow. It's really, really, really powerful.
How could you leave me when I needed to possess you? I hated you, I loved you too.
You heard a little bit there. It was almost like her voice was going to come down into a thicker kind of position. I needed you. You could hear kind of holding on to that kind of tensity in that almost head voicey kind of space, like it's a stretched sound. There's obviously like a control there that she has where her voice would naturally want to go into a thicker place. But in order to keep that tone, she's keeping those folds nice and tight, and she's keeping that larynx high and keeping that brightness of sound. Very, very good.
Bad dreams in the night. He told me I was going to lose the fight. In behind my wuthering a high TV.
There's where you heard that sound, that wondering kind of sound. I apologize, I'm not going to sound anything like anything like Kate Bush. No one sounds like Kate Bush but Kate Bush. But you heard it, that's a thicker sound, and then it's almost like she's flipping into that head place, but she's smoothing over it more than most would, and adding a little bit of frying to that bottom as well gives that kind of texture. Wondering. Very, very good. Oh, she's just amazing.
It's me, I can't be, I come home, I'm so cold. Let me in your window. He's clear. It's me, I can't be, I come home, I'm so cold. Let me in your window.
She's telling a lot of her technique with her lip shape at the moment. So that's ha ha ha. Everything has this kind of relaxed energy to it until you get to those drop jaw positions, that oh, ah. She's really dropping in to kind of get a lot more resonance out of those sounds. So you get that real juxtaposition between those bright E sounds and those ha 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 sounds. Very, very good. Also those little airy but also glottal stops, ha ha ha, was really nice as well. Usually you'd get which is quite a glottal stop, or very aspirate kind of flowy, but she's mixed the two of those together and got kind of an aspirate glottal, which you don't hear very often. It's very, very, very good.
It gets dark, it gets lonely on the other side from you. I pine a lot, I find the lots falls through without you. I'm coming back, love, cool Heathcliff, my one dream, my only master. Too long I roam in the night. I'm coming back to his side to put it right. Coming home to Wuthering, a high-teen king.
Some of those really high-end bits are almost so twangy that they sound proper condensed. It's really, really impressive, especially how she then mixes these sounds into a little bit of fry, which is where you kind of relax the vocal folds, if you like, and let air just tickle through them. Like that kind of sound. She's really managing to get two things that don't usually marry to blend really, really seamlessly. She's very, very impressive. Her voice is kind of like a conduit for something more than just like a regular kind of song. Her songs always have this kind of surreal energy to them, and it's hard to explain, but it's just so mesmerizing to listen to. I'm a big fan. Lovely.
It's me, I can't be come home alive. So cold, let me in your window. Heathcliff, it's me, I can't be come home alive. So cold, let me in your window.
It's really telling when she goes, "It's me." She's really pursing her lips, and you get that kind of sound off the end of it. It's me. It's so characterful as well. Character driven. She just plays with her voice. It's a total exploration, and you feel like you don't quite know where it's going to go next at any given time, and that is interesting to the ear. You just are taken along and kind of captivated. Very, very good.
Let me have it, let me grab your soul. Let me have it, let me grab your soul. You know it's me,
There was a little kind of tell there as well, her tongue. When I was watching her before, I was thinking her tongue to me should be raised in order to get that kind of stabilization of the larynx. At the very end there, you could see that she was really pushing her tongue high and then almost projecting it out. So that space, if you imagine what that air has to do to get out, it's got to go right up and then like through the hard palate. Well, not through, but like very, very close up to that hard palate. So it's going to be such a bright pointed sound. And you could see that her tongue was just poking out through her teeth there. You're starting to kind of see how she's employing different bits of her vocal anatomy in order to make such a unique sound. And she's pushing stuff into places that you wouldn't really think. She's very, very original. It's the best way to put it. She's very, very original.
it's me, I can't be come home alive. So cold, let me in your window. Heathcliff, it's me, I can't be come home alive. So cold, let me in your window.
Kate Bush in a very early appearance. The producer obviously having said, "I'm sorry, you're not going to do all that freaky dancing on this show. Just sit at the piano, Kate. Now, how would you like hair like this?"
What a way to end that. Well, how would you like hair like this? Okay. I don't know what to say. I didn't see the hair, but I would love it. Just going to go out on a limb. Another thing that's probably got nothing to do with her vocals, but I like the way that her eyes kind of go a little bit crazy when she's singing. she just kind of pushes that element as well. And you get that push off of her voice, I suppose. So her body kind of tells a story as well as her voice. And it just all marries together to make this wonderfully kooky, unusual, mesmerizing, surreal experience. Very good. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one, huh? So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And, oh, my brain. Goodbye. And thank you for watching my video. But subscribe before you go. That was probably all over the place, but was not prepared. Bye.